There is something so undeniably magical about autumn, as the days shorten and the air turns crisp. The world around us undergoes a transformation, and nature puts on a final vibrant show before the slumber of winter. I think autumn is my favorite season of all, and I am particularly excited for this year autumn. It is the season of cozy sweaters, warm drinks, and golden leaves that decorate our trees. But beyond its beauty, autumn is a season that invites us to slow down, reflect, and immerse ourselves into the wonder of change. And so let's take a moment to romanticize autumn, the season of warm nostalgia and quiet reflection. And for each point, I will mention a bucket list point that I plan to do this autumn. And this is to make this season even more magical and special. And so let's begin. Point number 1 is the beauty of autumn colors. Autumn's most defining feature is of course its stunning palette. The leaves, once a uniform green, now blaze with fiery reds, glowing oranges and bright yellows. And as the trees shed their leaves, we are reminded of the beauty in letting go. We see how nature makes room for rest and renewal by gracefully releasing what no longer serves it. It is easy to romanticize the act of walking through a forest or down a quiet street in autumn, where every step feels like a journey through a painting. The colors create a sense of wonder and nostalgia, and we find ourselves drawn to the outdoors, even as the temperature drops, just to witness this fleeting beauty. There is a sense of urgency to capture it, because soon it will be gone. And so the bucket list point number 1 is embrace autumn colors. It is the time when dark, deep brown, burgundy and orange have their show. And so let's embrace the autumn colors. I love to change my entire closet each year around beginning of September. The flowery pastel dresses make space to the darker colors: burgundy, dark green, orange and brown. I love to celebrate autumn and have clothes in those autumn colors, and it is a beautiful way to truly celebrate the season. And then bucket list point number 2 is to enjoy autumn outside. Autumn really creates a beautiful show for us, and so let's embrace it. Let's wear our favorite autumn clothes and enjoy the outdoors walks a little. Bucket list point number 3 is to get yourself a pair of rainy boots, warm jacket and umbrella, and enjoy the beautiful autumn walks. But let's make sure that we protect ourselves from the rain and the cold. And this brings us to the point number 2, the cozy embrace of autumn. And so, as the chill settles in, autumn invites us to find warmth, both physically and emotionally. It is a season of coziness where we retreat into our homes and create little sanctuaries of comfort. Soft blankets, oversized sweaters, and the gentle glow of candles become symbols of the time of year. Autumn is the season of warm drinks, rich coffees, spiced tea, and hot chocolate topped with marshmallows. And there is something so deeply comforting in those small pleasures. It is not just about warming the body, but about soothing the soul. In a world that moves so quickly, autumn is a reminder to slow down, to savor each sip and each moment. And so the bucket point list number 4 is get yourself some cool autumn cups to enjoy your coffee or tea with. And speaking about tea, I have bought myself a beautiful pot to make my tea in as well. And I think it is the best time to get ourselves some new items to truly enjoy this season. And then bucket list point number 5 is to get yourself some new wool socks and new blanket. I did get myself a new blanket and I will love to use it during this autumn. Autumn is indeed a time for coziness and warmth. I think we will love this season much more with the new cozy sweaters, socks and blankets. And now moving on, point number 3 is the scent and taste of autumn. Autumn is a season that tantalizes all of our senses and especially taste and smell. The scent of cinnamon, nutmeg and cloves fills the air, carried by the aromas of freshly baked pies, spiced cookies and hot soups. The smell of fallen leaves mingles with the scent of firewood burning, evoking memories of childhood, of playing in leaf piles, carving pumpkins, and gathering with loved ones. The foods of autumn are as warm and comforting as the season itself. Crisp apples, rich pumpkin dishes, roasted squash, and steamy soups. I think there is a communal joy in those meals, whether it is a family dinner or a Thanksgiving feast. It is a time to gather, to share, and to nourish both body and spirit. And so, bucket list point number 6 is buy some autumn teas and coffee essentials. I have bought a few new teas to enjoy during the autumn, and you can get yourself some additional treats like cream and marshmallows. Bucket list point number 7 is to go and get yourself some autumn smelling candles. This will truly make your house smell amazing, and it will provide a cozy ambience and look to your house. And then bucket list point number 8 is to stock up on some autumn spices like anise, cinnamon, and cloves. Along that, get yourself some apples and a pumpkin and make an apple pie or a nice pumpkin soup. You will love the autumn look in your kitchen, and you can eat those decorations too, which is the best. And this brings us to the point number 4, nostalgia and reflection. Autumn carries a deep sense of nostalgia. As the year winds down, we find ourselves reflecting on the months behind us, on the moments that passed too quickly, the memories we cherish, and the time we cannot reclaim. The golden hues of autumn often mirror the warmth of those memories, while the falling leaves remind us of the passage of time. I think there is a bittersweet beauty in autumn. It is the season where the past feels closer and where we become acutely aware of both impermanence and the richness of life. And yet, this nostalgia isn't sorrowful. It's reflective and gentle. It invites us to appreciate the present, to hold on to the beauty of now before it fades. And I think that one of the most profound reasons why we romanticize autumn is because it mirrors the cycles of our lives. The trees shed their leaves not in sadness but in preparation for rest and renewal. I think autumn teaches us the beauty of letting go, the grace in releasing what has served its purpose, trusting that new growth will come in time. And just as nature prepares for a quieter and more introspective season, we too are reminded to pause, to reflect, and to prepare for what's ahead. Autumn really encourages us to find peace in change, to understand that transformation, though sometimes difficult, is a natural and necessary part of life. And so, bucket list point number 9 is to collect some beautiful autumn leaves, bring it home to decorate our home, and also a journal. I think autumn is a perfect season to treasure some good journaling sessions. Let's reflect back and plan ahead. I think doing all of that when it's windy and rainy outside is a beautiful thing to do during this season. Point number 6 is embracing the quiet of autumn. In a world that often feels loud and overwhelming, autumn offers us moments of stillness. There is certainly a quiet to this season, a gentle hush that descends as the days grow shorter, the wind rustling through the trees, the soft sound of leaves underfoot, the distant call of birds preparing to migrate. Those sounds bring a sense of peace, and a reminder that sometimes the most profound experiences happen in silence. And it is in those quiet moments that we connect with ourselves. Autumn really gives us permission to slow down and to turn inward, and to appreciate the simplicity and beauty of the present. The calm of autumn is restorative, grounding us in the here and now. And so, bucket list point number 10 is, this is the perfect time to sit quietly with our book and enjoy a good read, or simply sit by the window with our blanket and tea and enjoy watching the rain and leaves falling. Point number 7 is a season of togetherness. Autumn is not just a time for reflection and solitude, but also for connection. As the world around us grows older, we draw closer to those we love. Bonfires, pumpkin patches, and apple orchards. All those traditions brings us together, and those are reminding us of the warmth that comes from human connection. I think there is a special magic in sharing autumn with others, whether it is gathering sitting around a fire, watching the stars, or simply enjoying a crisp autumn walk hand in hand. The moments that we share in autumn become memories that warm us long after the season has passed. And so the bucket list point number 11 is to enjoy some autumn meal together with your family. In the US you have the Thanksgiving, or the Saints' Day in Europe, where you gather together and visit the graves of loved ones, or simply getting together and enjoying the rainy time together at home. And then the last point, number 8, is the poetry of autumn. Autumn has long been a muse for poets, writers, and artists. Its fleeting beauty, its quiet power, and its melancholic charm inspire us to create. I think this entire season feels like poetry, a delicate balance between light and shadow, warmth and cold, holding on and letting go. Autumn is a dance of nature that invites us to listen closely, to feel more deeply, and to express ourselves in new ways. It is no wonder that so many people feel the urge to write, to paint, and to capture this season in words and art. Autumn really awakens our creative spirit, filling us with a sense of wonder and possibility. And so the bucket list point number 12 is to sit down and try to create something. I would love to come back to drawing and painting, and autumn seems to be the best time to start again. You can also decorate your journal or your room. There is so much time to enjoy at home, and we can make the time better by putting our hands into something new. And so, to romanticize autumn is to embrace its beauty, its quiet power, and its lessons. It is a season of transformation, both in nature and in ourselves. It actually reminds us to find beauty in change, to appreciate the fleeting moments, and to slow down and savor life's simple pleasures. Autumn is a season that stirs the soul, wrapping us in warmth even as the world grows colder. And so, as the leaves fall and the days grow shorter, take a moment to romanticize the magic around you. Let this autumn sweep you off your feet, as truly in its quiet beauty there is an endless wonder to be found. And I will definitely be doing all those bucket list points that I have mentioned today, and I am truly so excited for this season. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.